Hard-fought display, but no points to show for it. Welcome to Where Addicts Walk with myself, Luke, and today we've got Timsy, Steve, and Alan. So, Alan, no points, but was you happy with the performance?
Performance, can't knock it. Extremely proud. If we play like that all season for the rest of the season, I've said at the start of the season we're not going to go down anyway. But after seeing that, it's that just 100%. For me, just guarantees that I think we will stay up, no problem. But no, heartfelt, passionate. If it weren't for blocking, basically, and a goalkeeper again getting man of the match, that's third in a row now. We're probably top of the league, probably, but yeah, very frustrating is the word, but very proud.
Yeah, I think frustrating, Timsy, but in a positive way, if that makes sense. Because to be frustrated against a team like that and not come away with anything is a positive, isn't it?
Yeah. So it was sort of, I wouldn't say it was a free hit because it's Leicester City. To us, like coming from League One last season, I wouldn't say it was a big game, but it was like one of them where it was a bit of a free hit for us anyway. And I think we put in a really impressive display against them. I think we surprised them as well as us, and it just kind of brings out the positive of how good we're actually going to be when we get Kelman settled into the team. And when Godden comes back as well, I think it would have been a very different result if we had a Godden ready to go at the start of the season. If there was just someone there who just had that poacher's instinct, I don't think the goalkeeper would be getting man of the match.
Yeah. I think it was a resilient display, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, again, defensively, the defenders were throwing their bodies on the line when it was needed, but going forwards, we hammered them. Like Coventry's could have had goal of the season already had their keeper not pulled off a world-class save. And just as the game kept going, that keeper, he was having one of those days where nothing was going to get past him, apart from a goal, which I'm still baffled why that was disallowed from Jones's header. But yeah, it was just one of those days. And if we're up there, I mean, Leicester, let's be fair to them, they're going to be a good side. They're going to be probably in the top six come the end of the season, I would imagine. And if we are going to be challenging a team like that, then we should at least be safe. That shouldn't be an issue. And we could be at least pushing towards the mid-table. So, yeah, lots of positives to take.
Yeah, love that. Love that optimism. Let's actually touch on, Alan. Let's touch on the disallowed goal. Was it rightly disallowed?
Seen it back the day. I can see why he gave it, but watching all the games from the match of the day in EFL, it's 50-50. The problem is the referee for every single AU is just doing old school. Backing in, gets a foul, goes down, gets a foul. He was happy to blow his whistle at every single opportunity, and every single fan up and down the country is frustrated. Not every single contact is a foul, There's some gruffling and stuff, but I knew straight away it wasn't a goal because he put his whistle to his mouth, which he, as I said, he was going to do, and then that 2-3 seconds later, Jonesy put it in the net. So even if there was like either VAR or something, they could turn around and say he blew the whistle, we stopped, and he got a free run on head on it. So it's one of them. I'm just hoping it just returns the favour at some point and we get one down the line, which generally happens, doesn't it? Yeah, swings and roundabouts, doesn't it? I'd rather have these decisions and not have VAR because I can't stand VAR. So.
Timsy, what about you? Was it a goal or was it rightly disallowed?
It's one of them where you could see it either way. You can argue it either side. Edwards did have his arm around his sort of shoulder neck area, but the Leicester player made the most out of it. As soon as he knew that contact was there, he knew the ref has been blowing previous. He knew what to do as soon as the ball came in, and they were being in trouble all game from set plays. I mean, our XG from set play was over 1. So they just literally any touch or feel, they were literally acting out a dart, like going down, and they were doing that all over the pitch as well, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. I saw quite a bit online about the reason, like subbing Kelman off during the game, etc. But Nathan Jones came out and said is because we've got a competitive squad. And Steve, that's what you want, don't you? You want players fighting for their place all the way across the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Kelman didn't start yesterday, but Leeburn did, and I thought Leeburn had a superb game. He was really causing all sorts of problems. And being just looking at the 3 games so far, Leeburn in that game did more than Kelman's done in the previous 2. So it was the right call to have him in there. And if we're going to get the best out of Kelman, he needs to see that there is competition around him. He needs to. I'd still like to see him up top with a Leeburn for a game, just someone to play off. I don't think, my personal opinion is, I don't think the Kelman TC combo works. I think that's too lightweight in this division, and it's just being too easily palmed off by strong defenders. So having that competition up front is very good. But I'd really like to I think it's time to see TC drop to the bench.
Okay. Competitiveness, Alan, in the squad is very important, isn't it?
Yeah, just obviously touching on what Steve says, obviously. The issue obviously maybe Leeburn, and I'm with you, Steve. I think Leeburn and Godden and a Kelman would work, but obviously a lot of criticism Nathan Jones got last season was going very direct at the start to have me. And what TC offers is obviously stretches to play. Maybe Alafi can come in for TC, but the reason you have these competitions to places is 1 or 2 injuries. You can change it, go 4-2-3-1, 3-3 at the back, etc., etc. And I think it's a squad game, and over the space of the season, we will try different formations, and there will be different things. But at the moment, I'm still, as I said, very proud of the performance. But we're still learning. The players are still getting to know each other, and the patterns of play, etc. And I'm sure after probably the international break, when we get to Millwall, not everyone's going to go off on international duty for us, thank God. So he's going to have a good couple of weeks with them on the training pitch as well. So good.
Yeah, definitely. I think the other thing that competitiveness does, and having the options off the bench to come on, is it keeps the energy up. So the pressing style that Nathan Jones likes to do, Timsy, having players come off the bench that are just as good as the starting 11, it's important.
It's very important. Like I say, I've said previous in the last week's pod, Nathan Jones won't call them substitution, they're finishers or game changers. And they're very used in that mindset. They're never brought on to like hold on or to save a draw. They're there to win the game. And that was the same yesterday. We brought on the subs. Nibs looked quite good when he came on, so I'm really excited to see him fully up to speed. Kelman, when he came on, he actually played a deeper role. He played more of a number 10 role. So maybe that's something they're toying with as well, of getting him on. But we have got a cup game on Tuesday, and I think Kelman will start then to try and build that confidence up as well. So.
Yeah, very, very much. Talking on Kelman and Jones, obviously I know Kelman wasn't there last season, but both were in the PFA Team of the Year. Steve, that's good, isn't it, for a team to have certain players in Team of the Season the year before?
Yeah, I mean you can't look at last season for Kelman and not be impressed. He was, the numbers he was getting at Leyton Orient were really great, which has got everyone super excited when he first joined us, and we're just waiting for that first to crack the back of the net, and hopefully then the goals will follow. He looks a little short on confidence maybe, and he's at the moment, but it's just again about learning his new environment, getting other players working out how he plays and putting the balls into him that he wants. He's a good player. Obviously, we've got QPR coming up next weekend, and hopefully he can put a few of their bad thoughts about him to rest, and he can maybe break his duck then if he doesn't get it in the cup game at the in midweek. But he's just in my mind, he's waiting to just get just one will hopefully trigger 2 and 3 and 4, and we've got a real gem on our hands if he can just find a bit of form.
Definitely. What about Jones, Alan? Important player for the club?
Massive, absolutely massive. Obviously, he's linked with Wickham and rejected a bid before got to the playoffs, and he signed a new contract. And he's just everything what we love in a defender. He will literally head anything that's thrown in the air. loves a tackle, loves going touch tight, so with his players as well. And yeah, I'm surprised Kone actually passed his medical with coming out of Nathan Lloyd Jones's pocket for a QPR, and yeah.
Lovely, boys. Right, touching on, I mean, we've got a week left of the transfer window, so we'll touch on it once more, and then hopefully that will kind of be that done. Because I don't know about you boys, but it feels like this transfer window just dragged and dragged and dragged. You've had a few players out the door, Timsy, this week as well.
Yeah, we've had Daniel Kanu. He's gone out to Walsall. I was a bit surprised he went to a League Two, not a League One club, but I think I think over the next coming weeks, when he starts hitting the back of the net for them, he's going to prove that he's probably too good for that league. And the way Walsall sort of play as well, the system they play will really suit him as well, because they're a sort of team that passes out the back and quite quick on the turnover press. So it should suit him quite well. We've had another short loan out for one of our youngsters, Patrick Casti. He's on a 28-day loan gone out, and he's been in our youth setup. He's been scoring 30 plus. So it'd be good for him to get a bit of men's football as well. Trying to think who else has gone out. Alex Mitchell, yeah, to Plymouth, and he started both games as well. It seems like what I've seen, he put in a good performance yesterday as well for Plymouth. So yeah.
What about the ins, Steve? Is there anyone you are hoping to sign before the window closes?
No. I mean, we keep getting, or the name that keeps popping around is this Japanese guy that was linked to us a few weeks back. Who's a fullback, I think. I don't know much about him from playing in in the Japanese league, but there's no one who's immediately jumping to mind in terms of a must-have in. There was another guy we had on trial a few weeks back from, I think he was a fullback from Wolves. He was a Jamaican fella, so that he'll probably join, because we've got half the rest of the Jamaican national team in our squad already, so he'd be right at home. So yeah, there might be one come in. I think Jones has said himself that he expects one player to join before the window closes. It's one of those now where I'd rather the window had closed before game one of the season. I don't like this where it carries on into the season. I like to, if I was a manager, I'd want to know who I'm working with from that in this period now where players are still coming and going. It just winds me up no end. But yeah, maybe one more in, and then probably a couple more loans out for some of the fringe boys.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't need loads, do you? It's been such a great positive start to the season, which brings me to, I've seen a few things online where some fans not really happy, Alan, that some fans on the players back already, which is ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too early for me. It started off with rumours of Kelman taking down his Instagram thing over Charlton fans. Some people say it's Charlton fans, some say it was Orient fans, some say it was QPR fans. A lot of people were digging out Doherty's performance last couple of games and questioning why he's in the team. Well, Saturday, I don't have to say any more on that. That's why he's in the team. He does all the ugly stuff that no one wants to do. He runs. For their goal, he's actually high up the pitch leading the press, and that's what led the spacing behind from when the goalie was rolled it out to the centre half. Yeah, he does all the ugly stuff. And coming off yesterday, as I said, immensely proud of the performance and the boys, and you're thinking, cool, Leeburn's come a long way from 3 years ago, getting a equaliser against Atkinson Stanley. He's coming up against a 50-plus cap Viking in Vestergaard, getting no change off him, but giving him a run around. And as I said, it was just sad to come out of there as happy as a performance you can be from a defeat, and people are questioning, like I mentioned before, why TC's up there playing things. Just be happy we're not playing Northampton for starters. You know what I mean? If it's 10 games in and TC's supposedly being lazy, like they're saying he is, he's not lazy, not by far. Nathan Jones would not have any lazy player in. Every single one of those players run there. I can't say the word, but you know what? Off, and they've done us immensely proud. I think just, give it 3-4 more games, see, and if he wants to bring people in and out, it's Nathan Jones who knows what he's doing. We've got to trust him. and let them pick the team.
Yeah.
Try and support the lads.
Yeah, 100%. You got to get behind the team, haven't you? So Timsy, next league game, QPR away. What are you thinking? It's the London derby.
Well,
Got to go there, get result.
Yeah, after their manager's comment saying it's going to be different against Charlton, it's either going to end a ball 0-0, and it's going to shut up shop and do nothing, or it's going to end up a 1-0 them, or we're going to just completely thump them. So it could literally swing any way. But you think after that performance, QPR are going to have to storm down the hatches and be very defensive minded, and just not to get a grilling like they did last week. So I probably, if we can get an early goal, I think the pressure will be full on them. The crowd will turn, and we'll probably see a really good performance from us. And I think that's what Nathan Jones will sort of be hammering home, is get an early goal, go at them from minute one. They won't be comfortable. And if we can get that early goal, we may see like a 3-0, maybe a 4-0.
Something like that. What about you, Steve? What are you thinking?
Oh yeah, this has got record win written all over it. This is an 8 or a 9.
Eight.
No, it's yeah. I mean, if I'm hoping that they're just shell shocked after the back of this, and they just don't recover. And as Timsy was saying, if we get an early goal and their fans turn on them, then it could be a very fun day to be a Charlton fan. But being Charlton fans, we also know that it could be one of those where we're walking into a team that's just lost 7-1 and they go and stick 4 past us out of nowhere. It's always one of those where you just don't know. But I'm really happy. I think QPR look appalling this season so far. This is the type of game that if we're one of those that if we're aiming above that bottom 3, QPR is one of those teams that we got to be ticking off home and away, just like we should be with Sheffield Wednesday. It's those type of teams that we should be dispatching with pretty quickly. And to say, I'm hoping Kelman, if there's a game that Kelman's going to be up for, it's going to be this one. He's going to be wanting to put a goal past them. And Jones should just be his team talk, just be go out there and prove them wrong. They didn't want you, show them why we wanted you, and show them what you can do.
You're going to go home with the bragging rights, Alan?
I hope so. Hopefully they start, well, if they try and play, we'll just try and press them. I mean, we're better suited to teams this season in the Championship because they're going to attack us, and that's probably falls into our better way of thinking in the way we press and up the pitch, etc. I just think I'll be happy with a 1-2, 2-0. Save a couple of goals from Millwall at home the following week, or a couple of weeks after the international break.
Right, guys, finishing off with tweets of the week. So I actually saw quite a happy, optimistic fan with a tweet of top 6, surely. What do we think, Timsy? What do you think? Top 6?
Oh, it would be dreamland. It would be dreamland. I mean, Saturday was yesterday was that impressive of a display that it was a top 6 performance, I felt, against Leicester, apart from the finishing. If we can get our goal scorers firing, then we can get Godden fully fit, a settled Kelman in the squad, and we can rotate and bring on them. Like I said, we tend to have 2 or 3 attackers on the bench we can bring on. If we can get them firing, Nibs in firing, and Rob Apter's chipping in as well, there's no reason we couldn't. And Nathan Jones did say in his post-match that he's very excited to see where he can get this group of players. And if that's the level of performance we can achieve, he's very excited how we can improve. So top 6, it's not far-fetched as some people probably think, but I think we'd be in dreamland if we did.
Do you know what, Steve? Everybody's talking about Birmingham and Wrexham, thinking they're going to be the ones that go up and challenge for the playoff positions. Could it be Charlton?
Do you know what? Of the 3 that have come up, just the way everything's been and all the attention being on the 2 American teams, of the 3, I'd see us as the best chance. We've got the most settled, organised squad. Our defence is doing exactly what it should be, and as others have been saying, it's if we just can start finding the back of net. The bit of the concern is 1 goal in 3 games is a little bit of a worry. But if we start finding the back of the net, then yeah, defence stays as it is. There's no reason we shouldn't be at least top half, top 6. that would be a hell of a season if we are going out, if we were getting that. But yeah, we're 3 games in. Let's enjoy it while what it is at the minute, and let's talk about this again in the new year, maybe.
What about you? What would you think, Alan? Top 6? Is it? I mean, it's probably more of a possibility now than you thought at the start of the season.
I think the bloke meant top 6 of the bottom 6. I think that's what he meant. Yeah, as I said, like take it one game at a time. But if Nathan Jones excited, if we can get excited and dream. It was very funny seeing Wrexham lose to people that are not getting paid. Drawing against people that are not getting paid and dropping 2-goal leads. So at the moment, yeah, just roll with it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. I love it. Love all the optimism. Thank you very much, boys. Thank you, Timsy. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe.